Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you all are doing good and well. In today's video, I'm hauling everything I purchased in the months of November and December of last year, so 2024. And not too bad for those 2 months, just like the last videos, I kept it pretty minimal. And the only things I bought for Black Friday are right here. So it's basically just as small as last year's Black Friday haul actually. So I am doing pretty good with my low buy. And I'm pretty excited for this one because this will be the last haul that I film for a little while, just because I am really just reducing my purchases and destashing more. And I'll probably be doing another destash comparison video pretty soon here. But I wanted to complete all the hauls I did for last year because I didn't. And there was no reason that this one is so late. It's just because I like to do the hauls in order of the calendar year. So January to December, and I just did September to October, so here we are. As usual, a mix of different brands, and we are starting with November's PPU in the front row here. So November's theme was based off nostalgic toys, and this is my first from this brand, Baby Girl Lacquer. You guys, look how cute that logo is. I'm obsessed, and this is based off the Rubik's Cube. It's called Forever Unsolved. This is a white glitter crelly, and I am loving the mix of shapes in there, especially the black bar glitters. They are so huge. And this one, I have no white crellies in my collection with this kind of glitter mix, and it's first from a brand, like I said. So this one is one of my favorite polishes that I've actually purchased lately. It's so pretty, and I plan to wear all my white crellies and yellows for June, my birthday month, because white crellies always look so fun and celebratory, and yellow is my favorite color. There, I said it again. I'm gonna try to stop saying that in every video. But it is. But anyhow, this one's really cute, and that is it in 2 coats. It actually came out quite well. There was no fishing for the glitters, and the formula was really wonderful. I'm hoping more of this brand comes out in Polish Pickup because it's a rarity for her to contribute. But this one I definitely had to grab. So cute. Next is from KB Shimmer. This is called Reach for the Stars, based off those stars that we had in our ceiling. I'm not gonna lie, I still have some in my ceiling. And this one, I do have a glow in the dark polish, but I really liked this one when it wasn't in the glow state because that green was so shimmery. I remember first seeing it when Polish with Race watched it, and I absolutely loved it on her. I thought it looked so good with her skin tone, and I think it looks really good with darker skin tones as well. So I definitely had to get this one, and plus it's super nostalgic. So that is it in 2 coats. I feel like this is a great spring polish going into summer as well. Even without the glow effect, the shimmer in there is quite unique and just looks wonderful. This one surprised the heck out of me at how beautiful it was. This is Dreamland Lacquer's Seawinkle, and it's in an orchid purple base with a really strong blue shimmer. Oh, this blue shimmer just dances in the sun, so I'm definitely putting this on my summer rack. I think this worked for fall too because the base color in there is quite dark, but it's also very vibrant, so it'd make a nice transitional shade too, in case you're still feeling those summer vibes. In autumn I am not, but I still wear this. There it is in 2 coats. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get this on sooner than later. That's all polishes I haul, but there's something really special about this one. Dreamland Lacquer releases some real gems, and I've missed out on a lot, and I decided not to miss out on this one. It is perfect. A thermal from Sassy Sauce. This is Slots of Fun. Don't remember what toy this was based off of, but it is a thermal, like I said, and it's in a kind of reddish rustic shimmer, and then it transitions to a really dark purple. Sassy Sauce thermals perform pretty well for me. I have this is my second one from her, and I did wear it in February, but I didn't take any pictures, so I actually didn't include it in my monthly manis. So to me, I feel like I haven't worn it yet because I have no pictures. There's no proof, right? So I'm gonna have to get this one on my nails again. And my nails are long again finally, so I might get it on sooner than later. But you know, I'm a seasonal polish wearer, and this doesn't really fit with spring, but that's okay because I'll literally wear thermals any time of the year because of the longevity of them. I just like to get as most use out of them as I can, but this one's quite nice. That's it in 2 coats there. I couldn't get it warm enough to be in the warm state, so it's in its dark state. I actually swatched it twice because I didn't think I did. Oopsies. But there you can kind of see the transition there. It's more of the purple. But yeah, I love this in both states, and that's exactly why I got it. I especially love the shimmer just dancing in the sun. Very pretty. Another thermal I had to get, this is part of my Black Friday haul we're diving into now, is Mooncat's Sagebrush. I already wore this in March and I loved it. The reviews on this polish were interesting. People were saying that I feel like I love reading polish reviews, and I wish makers would put, well, the makers that put their polishes in stock for a very long time. I just love reading reviews and get everybody's 2 cents. Some of them are really funny sometimes, but anyway, this one goes from a dark sage green to a light sage green, and sage green is one of my favorite colors next to yellow, blue, and sage green. So this one has a bit of holographic sparkle in there, which I just think adds so much to this polish. There's something very sophisticated about this one, which makes me think it's in any time of the year wear, and that's what I'm putting it in as a category. One day I am gonna do, when I eventually try all the nail polishes in my collection, like do like an every year rack like Diana does at Some Call Me Coco, who just started posting again. How nice. And I love that she has yearly videos of polishes she would wear throughout the year. I really like that idea. So when I get around to that, I'm definitely going to do a video like that. But I absolutely love this thermal. It's one of my favorites in my collection, and I really hope it lasts me the whole bottle. So it's in its warm state right now. It kind of has this clay vibe to it too, but you can see it in my swatch picture anyway. And yeah, this was really, really fun for March. I enjoyed it. Next, we're taking a look at my cracked polish haul. She had a really great sale for Black Friday, so I dug in and bought 8, and the first one is Cracked Chaos. This one was kind of just one that she created on a whim, hence the name. And this is definitely a kitchen sink polish. There is a bit of everything in here, and I'm hoping the vibrancy of this comes out on my nails. Oh, look at that, you guys. Like, there's so much going on in here. I'm not even gonna try to describe it. I'm just gonna show you on my swatch wheel. So that is it in 2 coats. It dries down a bit matte. I didn't put a top coat on this one, but it does dry a bit texture too, because there's a lot of micro glitter in there. But this is so multi-dimensional, and I think it is perfect, especially for fall. It's very, very pretty. Next is called A Quiet Corner, and this one was giving me Essie Starry Starry Night, the original version that had the real diamond dust in it. Man, I wish I was around to get that, because the retro one that came back was just not living up to the hype. And this one dries down to a matte finish. There is so many components in this. I just love the gold against that midnight blue base. I thought it would be similar to Cracked Chaos, but you can see they are quite different. But yeah, this one is stunning. I should have worn it in January, but I didn't. So maybe next winter, but or maybe just whenever I want, honestly. I have way too many polishes to be suppressing myself to be a seasonal wearer, but I can't help it. Can't help it. That is it in 2 coats. That was what it dries down to, the matte finish. So I didn't put a top coat on this one so I could show you guys how it dries down, but when I do wear it, I probably will wear it with a top coat, or maybe just one hand glossy and one hand matte, you know, switch it up a little bit. But the glitters in here come out really, really well, and they kind of play peekaboo, which is what I really like. Third one up is Vamped Vanity. I went with a lot of darker shades. I don't know, I was having a vibe in November, and this is kind of in a jelly base, and it has a lot of silver glitter in there with a blue shimmer, and also some red glitters in there as well. Another multi-dimensional polish. This is probably going to go on my Halloween rack. It is so vampy for fall and for October. That's in 2 coats there. I'm starting to wonder why I didn't put a top coat on any of these, but I believe this one is without one. It is a bit textured because of the micro glitter, but this will be so easy to remove, so I'm not too fearful of wearing it, but it's so pretty. I'm just hoping it doesn't stain because it is quite pigmented. Next one is Amethyst Dart Frog, which is one I'd probably use as a topper as well, because it is quite sheer. It took about 3 coats on my swatch wheel, but It's also because it's a clear swatch wheel, so sometimes that'll happen. But this one is in a lilac base, and then it has kind of with pink undertones as well, with a blue shimmer. So pretty. I believe this is one of her best sellers, and I think it's just so cute for a transitional shade from summer to fall, or maybe even winter to spring, which is kind of how we are now, but it's very nice. That's it in 2 coats again. The shimmer comes out very well, so in 1 coat I think this would make a really gorgeous topper. Neutral with a twist. That is my vibe on neutrals. This is Cashmere Cake. I believe this came out in her donut collections. They make her really likes donuts, so she makes a lot of her collections like pastry based and stuff like that, which I think is really cute. She just released like another one. I'm not sure what it's called, but this was part of the first donut collection that she released, and I like this as a neutral. I think this will look so lovely on me. The shimmer in there is subtle, but it's there, which makes this a really nice office color too. That's it in 2 coats there. It's giving me an Essie polish that I have, but they're both really different, but it's giving me the vibe of that polish. And oh, it's called Mochaccino. And it has a bit, instead of like a silver shimmer, it has silver glitter. So this is kind of giving me the same vibe with that one. So I think I'll really like it. One that I put on my winter rack that I didn't get to, this is called the Shag. This actually would have worked for March too, but didn't get around to it. But this is another classic kind of green. I love this one. It's one of my top picks out of this haul, and one of the ones that I wanted most from the site. The green in there is incredibly unique. It has a bit of a yellow shimmer too, with some blue undertones in that base color. But yeah, the sagey greens, I'm so here for it, and this one's beautiful. That is it in 2 coats there. I'm realizing that I have a lot of the same vibes with these polishes, but I just know what I like, so nothing wrong with that. But this one's absolutely beautiful. I got a thing for this type of turquoise blue. This is called Where's My Bliss. I have OPI's My Dog Sled is a Hybrid, and Zoya's Harbour, which is one of my favorite turquoise blue creams. This one is probably gonna be in that lineup once I try it. It is perfect for the summer, and it's a great toe color too. It's very pigmented. It's definitely not on the jelly side. It's a stark cream, and it has a great formula as well. It's a beautiful color. There it is in 2 coats there. I was actually gonna use this to dupe Cadillacquer's Eerie that just came out in April's PPU, but I just ended up buying it because I wanted that thermal for a hot minute. And I just don't think layering polishes, it's nice to layer polishes, but when there's just so much dimensions with it, it kind of makes it a bit difficult to wear. So I really just wanted to get that thermal. But yeah, this one is very pretty, and I know this will look great on my skin tone because these are just kind of the turquoise creams that I gravitate towards. So that was Where's My Bliss. And the very last one is definitely because of the name and just the whole vibe. This is called Red, and it's a play on, you know, reading and the color red, so I love that. I have a lot of like glass like reds like this, but they're all very different, and I'm gonna have to do a comparison. But I probably won't be destashing them because I do like them in my collection. But this one's really pretty. It dries a bit darker than it is in the bottle, so it's definitely giving me like October Halloween vibes and September vibes, even moving into, you know, November to December. It's definitely a late year wear, but it's so good to show you on my skin tone. Very gorgeous. I just love how dark this is, and it has a lot of brown undertones in it, which actually makes it very interesting. We are moving into some ILNPs, and this is the first thing I'm going to show you from their Electric Summer collection. I got 5 out of the 6, and this is called Flashing Lights. It is in a turquoise kind of blue base with a very strong magnetic orange shimmer. This whole collection was just, it was definitely my favorite release from last year. Let me just shake it up a bit. There you can see the magnetic line. It's subtle, but it's there. I just think this is incredibly unique. This isn't my favorite from the lineup, but it is stunning. And that is it in 2 coats there. I think these will all benefit being worn velvet, just because the magnetics are shimmer. Shimmer is the magnetic pigment, I mean to say, is slightly just not there, but I still really like this whole collection. It's so good. Next, we're taking a look at Glowstick, which is my favorite from this collection. This is giving me Polish for Days Look Alive vibes, but it's a lot lighter, obviously, and it's magnetic. I think out of all of them, the magnetic comes out the most in this one, I would say. This magnet is not cooperating with me, but I do have it swatched. But this is just so stunning, you guys. Look at this. I can't even believe I haven't worn these yet. I just have not had a chance, but I'm definitely going to this summer. This whole collection is going on my rack. That is it in 2 coats there. Like I said, they will all definitely benefit from the velvet effect. So when I wear these, I'm probably going to wear it has a skittle and they're going to be all velvet, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Next polish we're taking a look at is called Lightwave, and this one is more of a light lilac base, but it has a bit of a blue undertone in there. Has always the magnetics gonna come out as well. I think it's because I'm filming while the sun is out. I usually film my hauls at night, just so the ring light can really show you guys the polish, but I wanted to film in the sun today, see if it make a difference. It does, but it doesn't. But yeah, the magnetic pigment in there is kind of getting lost a little bit, but either way, I'm still loving this. It's very pretty. And that is Lightwave there in 2 coats. You can see a bit more of the lilac base come out. It's very light though, but it's perfect for spring as well. 4th one up is called Skye, my 2nd favorite out of this whole lineup. Very different from Flashing Lights. I know they're all kind of looking the same on my swatch wheel, but trust me, they're all very different. And this one is just, it's a periwinkle base this time to my eye, with a really strong silver magnetic in there. So I think out of all of them, this one comes out with a magnetic pigment well next to Glowstick, but it's all silver and just gorgeous. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'd probably wear this one as a full manicure before the skittle, to be honest, but we'll see. Now that I'm looking at it, it actually makes a really nice winter magnetic as well. So not just summer, it's very versatile, I would say. And the last one I picked up is called Amped, another gorgeous one. This one has a lot more green in it than Lightwave does. Let's just magnetize it real quick. And stunning. Oh, this maybe because I shook it really well, but the pigment is coming out pretty well on this one. It's just stunning. Oh, maybe I'll wear this one as a full manicure before the last one I showed you. I'm really gonna have to wear all of them to see which one's my favorite. So the only one I didn't pick up was Power Surge because I wasn't really feeling it, but I just love this whole collection, so I might just pick it up. I don't know yet, but that was Amped. Okay, I think I'm really liking this one next to Glowstick. Oh my gosh. I think it's because the magnetic pigment is just shining brighter. I think Amped, Skye, and Glowstick that's coming out the most in. But yeah, that was most of the collection. Next, I picked up Be Mine, which came out in a Valentine's Day trio last year, I believe. I got this in lieu of never getting one from Starly that is a bit similar. It's called Velvet Rose. I love that really rich kind of pinkish red base, and the magnetic pigment is just a pink line. This is so cute. Well, I was gonna wear this in February, but didn't get around to it because I wore my last manicure in February for quite some time. But this one's really pretty, and yeah, I think I'll get it on my nails maybe in the summertime because I feel like magnetics are just good for the summertime as well. So really stunning. That is it in 2 coats. It even kind of looks velvet, even though I just did like a normal magnetic like cross line, but yeah, this velvetized would look really nice as well. The last 4 are all just normal on their own, and this is Harbour Island. This one I've been wanting for some time now. It's in this teal base and it has a bunch of holographic glitter in there. This is definitely most definitely going on my rack in the summertime, and most likely on my nails. It's one that has been living rent-free in my head for a while, and I kept forgetting it every ILNP haul for some reason. You know how they just release new colors so much, some go to the back burner, and this one did, but it finally came to the forefront. So it's so pretty. Definitely just the epitome of summer in here, or being at the beach. That is it in 2 coats. I thought it was similar to another ILNP that I have, but they are quite different, so pretty happy about that. And teals do look pretty decent on me for the most part. Next 2 are ones from their Home for the Holidays collection, and this one is called Spice Cider. This is a brown holographic, which I don't have a lot of in my collection, so I thought adding this one would be quite fun. It is in a chocolate brown base, and it has the same holographic glitter as in Harbour Island. Maybe I should film in the sun more. I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth if I should film in the sun more or nighttime. But that way you guys can see how the polishes will look in the sun to see if you like them or not. But I am liking this. It's definitely giving November, December vibes, like gingerbread vibes. But I do love this one. That is it in 2 coats. You can just see the holographic just bouncing. It doesn't bounce as much as Harbour Island. Oh, just look at that one. But yeah, the holographic sparkle is definitely there. So pretty. This is definitely one I didn't need, but I love reds with hollow in it. So I got Joy, and I feel like it's similar to Stopping Traffic and Say Love. Stopping Traffic I used to have, but I gave it away. And Say Love I do still have. So I'm going to have to do a comparison of these ones, see which one I like more. But they're both have subtle differences that I'll probably keep both. But this is just like Spice Cider, but just in a different base color with the holographic glitter in there. Stunning. That whole collection was really cute, and it was just giving me like Charlie Brown vibes, you know. So I had to get this one. That is it in 2 coats. This actually looks great in the sun, so I'd say this is even a summertime red. Or springtime. Red is always a nice color to wear in the spring too, any time of the year, but mostly like, you know, for spring and for in December, of course. And just winter too. But yeah, red is just a really nice color that I don't give enough love to, so hopefully I'll love this one when I wear it. And last but not least is kind of a last edition that I didn't know I needed. This is called Flower Child. It is in a pink bubblegum base, and it has a blue shimmer with some hollow glitter in there. So as opposed to this one, I was going to get Polish for Day Smitten, but I was already making my ILNP order, and they're basically dupes. So I decided to go with this one, and I think I'm going to love it. This is a perfect, believe this came out in the springtime last year, but I think this is such a gorgeous pink, and it's very light and feminine and delicate. So yeah, this is even good for switching into winter to spring, even though we're fully into spring right now. Hope it's not still storing where you guys are, because it's kind of stopped where I am, but maybe I'm talking too early. But this one's really gorgeous. That is it in 2 coats there. It's looking really milky on my swatch wheel. I don't know if it's because of the clear swatch wheel, but that blue shimmer is coming out so beautifully against that base. Pink and blue are one of my favorite combos and polishes, and this one, it's delivering. So hopefully I get it on my nails this summer. Starting with the last roll here at the back, we have 3 Great Lakes Lacquer, and this is What is Grief If Love Not Persevering. I love that name. And this one wasn't always on my radar, but I think just because of the hype, I bought it. And honestly, on my swatch wheel, it's absolutely stunning. It actually dries down a lot darker than it is in the bottom. The shimmer does get lost just a tiny bit, but I really don't mind. I love the base color in there. It's very rich and pigmented, so I feel like this one might stain, but it's absolutely beautiful. So I kind of got polish on the edges there, but as you can tell, this is such a rich looking polish. The holographic in there comes out mostly in the sun, but I don't mind it getting lost because the base color in there is just so unique and stunning. Do you just see how different it looks in the bottle? Like, it's truly unique, and now I know why multiple people got backup. And for me, I think this will be one of the most unique polishes I have in my collection once I try it, because I'm absolutely loving it on the swatch wheel. Second one I picked up is a butterfly. This one really spoke to me because I think it's a really nice neutral, and this is one of those polishes I would wear any time of the year. I feel like it fits with any season because of the delicateness and just this, like, it's stunning. And the shimmer in there goes from kind of a red to an orange, and there's also some linear holographic. So I believe Mariah made this in honor of her mother passing away, so I think this is a nice tribute to her mom. It's a stunning color. So that is it there on my swatch wheel. This would make a nice wedding season color too. It is very just elegant, like I said, and very delicate. So this is a polish that I would wear any time of the year, just like Mooncat Sagebrush. I think they're both very special. And the very last one I picked up is Take No Shit, Do No Harm, and this one is similar to the components that are in a butterfly, but the base color in there is more of a greenish kind of gray color, and there's a bit of a purple shimmer in there as well. This is also another polish that can be used as a topper because it is very sheer. Well, not very sheer, but it's, you know, sheer enough that on one coat it could be a phenomenal topper. I think hollow and shimmer in a polish is just makes the finish very unique because it just has so many components that just bring it together. So that is it in 2 coats. I just love how purple it kind of looks, a very lilac purple. This is what I like about Great Lake shimmers, and they're, because when it's at different angles you can just see how much is going on with the polish, and in this one you can, and in a butterfly you can definitely see both. It's just they're different concepts but had the same idea going on. So I'm obsessed with these two, so hopefully I love them as much on the swatch wheel as I do when I wear them. The first KB shimmer that I bought was from, I believe this was from their summer or spring collection last year, but this is Current Affairs. I did wear it on vacation in February, and this was so gorgeous, you guys. It's definitely one of my favorite blues I've worn in a while, and you'll see it again at the end of the year when I do my yearly roundup. But this is in an oceanic blue base, and it has silver it's not silver hollow because the glitter in there is not really hollow, but it is silver flake glitter, and it's just so pretty. It adds just a ton of depth to this polish, so this will definitely have a fill line sooner than later. It's just so pretty, and blue is one of my favorite colors to wear on my nails, so this one just spoke to me, and I thought it was similar to another KB shimmer that I had, but it's definitely not. Next we have Present Tense, which is a bit of a multi-chrome purple, but not really at the same time. This one has been compared to Lurid Lacquer's, I don't remember what it's called right now, I'll put the name down there, but I got this one in lieu that one because Lurid Lacquer, I don't see myself buying from them because they're quite pricey to ship to where I live, so it's duping time for me when it comes to that brand. But this one is stunning. It kind of has a bit of a golden shimmer there at the bottom too, and a bit of red undertones. I was thinking it was similar to this one, but it's definitely not. They're both very different. That's it in 2 coats there. I love how much red is coming out on this swatch. I guess to the nail polish lover's eye, you won't see the red, but I definitely see a lot of red in here, and there's just a flip that kind of makes it a bit of a multi-chrome. But yeah, I really do love this one. I think it's quite unique. I had to get a mermaid holiday polish, you guys. You know me. This is Howal Noble. This one I thought would be similar to Mooncat's Maelstrom, but it's not. This one is in a darker base, and it has different types of flakies. So flakies are pretty electrifying in this one. I see myself wearing this in the summertime more, if anything. So yeah, stunning. I cannot wait to try this one. It is just, I have so many polishes like this, but I'm thankful that they're all different because I just love my mermaid polishes, you know, and I love it when I'm not duping them. So this one is definitely going to be a favorite, I think. And just for fun, I swatched it against Mooncat's Maelstrom, and you can see how different it is. This one actually has some black flakies in the background there. I don't know if that's just the base, but I kind of see black flakies a little bit, but you can see just how different the flakies are in each of these. So they're definitely not dupes, and your girl is keeping both of them. By the way, in my last haul, I did not have Polish for Days Blueberry and Sleepy Hollow. I did have them swatched, but I couldn't find the swatch wheel, but here they are in case you were wondering. But yeah, that is Howal Noble by KB Shimmer. And the very last one I picked up is one I meant to wear in the wintertime as well, but didn't get around to it. This is called Skating By. Out of all that was in this collection, this one and Howal Noble stood out to me the most. This is such a perfect winter polish, you guys. I mean, come on. It definitely reminds you of an ice rink. It's so icy and beautiful, and there's a lot of shimmer in there that's going on as well. Some orange too, along with the yellow that's in there. Quite unique. So maybe I'll still sneak it in, but we will see. So that is it there in 2 coats. Quite unique, I would say. I feel like it has a bit of the same like silver fleck that is in Current Affairs, but just in a lighter base and with a shimmer in there. So yeah, very beautiful. And last but not least, I wanted to try her Stay Put Hydrating Base Coat. I got 2 just because I was running low on base coat. Well, that's a lie. I'm not running low on base coats. I'm actually running low on top coats, but I figured I would like this so much, I wanted to get 2, and I'd have already used this one quite a bit. And I'm liking it, but I think I do like her basic training one better. It just made my nails grow a bit faster. So I still like this one. I'm probably going to use both bottles because you can never have too much base coat. But I do like the fact that it has the idea of hydrating your nails, just because where I live is very dry, and that's always welcome. So that was KB Shimmer's base coat Stay Put Hydrating base coat. All right, guys, that was it for this haul. Not too bad, hey? I think it's been better than my previous Black Friday hauls. Well, like I said, I only bought this in Black Friday, and then I just bought these in December. Along with those 2 Polish for Days I showed you, but I did put those in my October haul just because I want to keep the collection together. But yeah, let me know if you bought any of the same polishes in the last few months, or if you bought them in November and December. Thank you so much for tuning in as usual, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care.